Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy JOEFROZE. Welcome back to another free picks video for y'all today. We got Thursday night football today, a couple NBA and college basketball games. So I'm super excited to get into the picks for y'all today. First of all, if you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Trying to hit at least 10 likes on this video. So if you can hit 10 likes on this video, that'd be much appreciated. Also hit the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I post a video. Like I said, guys, I'm gonna be posting every single day coming forward here, so you guys won't miss any of the picks. Last thing before we get into the video, if you guys aren't in the Telegram chat, you guys got to get in the Telegram chat. That's where I'm sending out all my picks that I don't put out on the videos, all my AI slips, all of my premium slips, everything goes out on the Telegram chat. So if you guys aren't in there, go ahead and tap in. Only $10 a month. So without further ado, let's get into the recap and the picks for today. And so as always, guys, first we do the recap, then into the picks. Yesterday's picks did not go so well for us. This slip here that we had in PrizePicks, we had Derek Queen going under 14.5 points. Unfortunately, hooks us on the over at 17. I believe this is one of our AI slips that we had planned out. Giannis, unfortunately, goes over by 0.5, so he goes over 10. Jalen Johnson does go over his rebounds and assists, as well as Brook Lopez going under, but Pascal Siakam again hooks me at 6 rebounds. At halftime, he had like 4 or 5 rebounds, so I don't even understand how this guy is not even getting a single more rebound after halftime. So I really don't get it. And then the CS2, honestly, all the esports plays have just been money for me. But yeah, just disappointing in terms of college basketball and NBA. This pick misses out for us. I'm not sure if I gave this pick out yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did. But the college basketball comes through for us. RJ Davis goes under. Jaden Atkins goes under his points and rebounds. Nick Boyd obviously goes under as well. But Jalen Duren, dude, I swear every time I bet on this guy, he just lays an egg, dude. It's just absolutely horrible. But Jalen Duren hooks us at 5. Actually, it wasn't even a hook. He wasn't even close. Bogdanovic goes off in this game, unfortunately, against Milwaukee. And then Isaac McNeely also goes off. I mean, it was not that much that he went over by. But Virginia, he does go over on that one. So 0 for 2 on the PrizePicks slips yesterday, unfortunately. And then for the underdog slip, oh my goodness, dude. So, okay, first of all, this was the slip that I gave out yesterday. Did not do too well. Powell obviously didn't play. Norman Powell didn't play. But Cooper Flag completely goes off. I mean, I said this could happen. And they just completely, it was a good game too. But Duke obviously was just a little bit better. Probably one of the best college basketball programs in the country, and Cooper Flag proves me wrong, which honestly I expected him to partly do. He was due for a big game, so it did happen. And then Jalon Lowe, who I couldn't say his name yesterday, barely goes under. I mean, he was supposed to be at 31.55. I believe his original line was at like 30.5 or something like that, and I was like, let's still take the overall. He's still gonna go over. Of course, he goes under by 2.2 points, so that sucks as well. LeBron, of course, hooks me at 8 assists. If I would have taken him at 7.5, it would have cashed, of course. And then Trae Young, just washed, complete shit. Not even 11, 11 rebounds and assists. The line was just too high. Unfortunately, this was a bad pick from yesterday. And then the pick from the other day that I gave you guys, the AI slip, goes 5 for 6, bro. Hooked by 1, bro. So Fallen gets 12 kills, was supposed to get under 12, goes over by 1. So unfortunately, this one would have cashed out for us. I did make this pick on the video I showed you guys, and it does miss by 1. But that's okay, guys. We got some more picks going into today for Thursday Night Football. And I'm excited, boys. Just because we missed a couple of these bets by 1 doesn't mean that we're not going to keep going, keep cashing out. So let's get into the picks, boys. I'm tired of losing. I want to cash out with you boys. So let's get to it. So first of all, I'm going to look at the PrizePicks board because I kind of have a little slip going on here that I'm looking at for Thursday Night Football. Kind of spoiled it here, but Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown over his fantasy score. If I go ahead and go to the PrizePicks board here, not a lot of stuff for NFL today, guys. Honestly, there's not a lot of good player prop lines up right now. I would say my favorite one, I'll show you later on in the video, but it's just straight bets, to be honest. But if we had to do player prop bets for this matchup, I want to do some correlation if that's the case. In that case, also, Jake Bates under his field goal made at 54.3% is also a good bet to add to this. At underdog, he doesn't have a lineup on underdog, but the line on the under is -137, so about a 54% chance to go under here at 1.5 field goals made. And if we're correlating this with Jared Goff getting 2 passing touchdowns, that means that the kicker is going to have an opportunity to kick field goals. Now, I will say this is a high-scoring game. I believe the total's at 53 or something like that. It could be that, you know, a couple drives stall out, he gets a couple field goals. I could see it happening. But honestly, I think if this is a high-scoring game, Jared Goff's going to be throwing a lot of passing touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown probably going to be getting a lot of receptions, a lot of yards, and I love it, honestly. So what we're going to do, we're going to do Jared Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. And before I give you this slip, let me just show you why I think that one's a good bet. 1.5 passing touchdowns for Jared Goff also has a 53.3% chance to hit on the over here. About a -131 odds. Projected for about 1.55, so about 2. And yeah, I feel good about this pick, guys. Amon-Ra St. Brown obviously isn't up on the board to see. It's probably about a 50% chance that he goes over or under 17 fantasy score. It is a pretty high line to be at. Now, I will say his rushing and receiving touchdowns, honestly, I would be on the under for this one. But if we're correlating it with passing touchdowns for Jared Goff, I mean, it's a better bet to just go with, honestly, David Montgomery or Jahmyr Gibbs for a rushing and receiving touchdown in that case. But they are goblins up here on PrizePicks. So what we're going to do is just stick with fantasy score for St. Brown, go over for him on fantasy score at 17. And then we're going to go to field goals made, and we're going to go to Jake Bates and take his under, if we can find him here. I think, honestly, this is a really good correlated slip here. 3 players in the same team. And all we need to do is just find 3 more picks, and we have ourselves a nice little slip here for NFL Thursday Night Football. So I'm feeling good about this one, boys. Let's head back to the board, see what we can find. Got a really good bet here in college basketball and NBA. I think I like De'Aaron Fox going over 39 fantasy score. Sportsbooks have him at about 41.38, projected for about the same amount. Feel good at 41.38, about a 50% chance that he goes over. So I'm liking this line at 39 for De'Aaron Fox. And also, I'm just a big fan of De'Aaron Fox in general, what he's been doing. Bro's been popping off. They're going against Memphis, which, you know, a pretty decent defensive team. But honestly, I'm not going to bet against De'Aaron Fox. So what we're going to do is go over for him if we can find him here. And then they actually did bump him up to 40, which is a little bit of a thin line here. But honestly, at 41.38, it still has about a 50% chance. So it comes from about 55% down to about 53% chance for De'Aaron Fox here. But I love De'Aaron Fox, so what we're going to do is add him to the slip here over. And if we look at his last couple games, has been getting consistently over that. Houston, also a pretty decent defensive team, went over. San Antonio, a pretty decent defensive team with Wembanyama in that backcourt. And he does like to shoot a lot of those free throw line 2-point jumpers. So honestly, I do feel good about that. Also, Minnesota, a pretty decent defensive team. OKC, one of the best defenses, didn't really have too great of a game. But honestly, I'm going to go over here. He's been on fire. I'm going to go over with De'Aaron Fox here. Let's find 2 more picks here, boys. Newberry. So we can see if he's still up here in college basketball. His line at 4.5 rebounds, I doubt is still up, but it actually is here. And under 4.5 rebounds, he's projected for about 4.3 rebounds today. Sportsbooks have him at 3.5. Looks like looks like PrizePicks here is a little bit too high on his line. It's looking like they're thinking that he's going to get about 4-ish rebounds here. At 4.5, it's a little bit too high of a line. So I think what we're going to do here is go under for, I'm not even going to try and say Newberry. I'm just going to say Newberry. Newberry under his 4.5 rebounds. But you guys can see these are good value picks, EV picks. We're adding to the slip here. Correlation plus EV. I mean, come on, guys. What else can you ask for here? We got one more pick here. I like Marcus Smart here. Oh, in the same game to go over on his fantasy score. Honestly, I don't hate it. What we could do is we could do like a game stacking thing here. Now, I realize Marcus Smart probably will be guarding De'Aaron Fox in all likelihood. But if they're both favored for over on the fantasy score, we can assume that it's probably because it's going to be a high-scoring game. let's say Marcus Smart isn't able to defend De'Aaron Fox as much. It's just more of a guard-centric game. I can see a game script where both of these players do pretty good in this game. So honestly, I don't hate this slip at all. Actually, I love this slip. Jared Goff over his passing touchdowns, St. Brown over his fantasy score, Bates under his field goals made, Fox over his fantasy score, Smart over his fantasy score, and Newberry under his 4.5 rebounds. Love this slip, guys. Locking it in. This is our first slip of today on PrizePicks, and I feel good about it. We got a couple more slips here that I'm going to lock in. We'll get out of here. First of all, I'm going to look at underdog, see if we got anything good on the board. We'll refresh it here. I doubt there'll be anything good for Thursday Night Football, but we can see if they got anything up right now. And then I'll see if we got some good AI slips for the boys. See if we can get some nice little correlation here. But actually, it's telling us Quay Walker's the top prop on the board today. For some reason, it's at 3.5 assists. I'm not sure. Is it assists plus tackles or assisted tackles? So we can search it up here. Quay Walker. Assisted tackles. Okay. So under 3.5 is actually heavily favored to go under at 54.27% chance. Not a lot of other details besides just the sportsbook data. So I think this is a good bet, actually. Most picks on underdog, they'll give you like a less payout if it's like a higher likelihood to happen. In this case, we're not getting a payout shift, so I'm going to take the under here. And then we can see if we can find anything else here on underdog. Ace Baldwin under his 12.5 rebounds and assists on Penn State. 54% chance to go under. About 11.2 he's projected for. On PrizePicks has about the same line. So we're going to go under for Ace Baldwin here on rebounds and assists. And as you guys can see, I'm just going down the board here. I'm just looking for the best value, best EV picks, and I'm adding them to the slip because that's what we do here, boys. We look for the best value. Looks like his line is still up at 12.5, so we're going to go ahead and take that under here. We got some other more picks. Marcus Williams under his PRA for college basketball, so we can check out Marcus Williams. San Francisco Dons of under 21.5. Actually, he was at 20.5. Now he's at 21.5. So it looks like this is even better bet. At 21.5, it's about a 55.8% chance to go under, about a -149. Guys, almost -150 odds here. He's projected for about 23.90, so the over is slightly projected, but the sportsbooks have him at 21.5. The under is heavily favored by the sportsbook. Projections have him a little bit over, probably because of the matchup. But guys, if we're getting this value, I don't really care what the projection is. I'm going to go under, and we're not getting any payout shift. So guys, these are 3 solid picks on underdog for y'all. We have some more that you guys could potentially lock in here. I'm not really seeing much of an edge after that, to be honest. You could go Jake Elliott over his kicking points, but I think what we're going to do here is just lock in a little 3-man. Nothing too crazy. Not going to force anything crazy. We'll even pop 10 bucks on it, see how it goes. And here we go, guys. Here's a slip for underdog. Nothing too crazy. I mean, all these picks have value. I just showed you the value on them, and we're doing a full fade slip here. First 3 picks off, besides the Chase McLaughlin one, all have value. Great picks on underdog, boys. And you know what? Let's see if we can find a good AI slip here. So this is the daily grind AI slip generator. This is what I send out to my VIP clients. And guys, it's been cashing out for us. As you can see, the underdog one got really close to one I showed you earlier in the video. Super close to cashing out. Oh, and it looks like we got a really good couple picks here on underdog, so we can lock these in. Looks like we got some Premier League and we just got some soccer bets. So I think we can lock these ones in, guys. Alex Iwobi under his shots on target at 0.5. So I think what we're going to do here, take that under. Go to Zion Suzuki. Get a save under 5 saves on underdog here. And it looks like he's still here. So we're going to lock this little 2-man in here. Doubt this is available for y'all when this video comes out, but we'll see. We'll see if it's still up. Lock this one in. Nice little 2-man here. So I just gave y'all a 3-man and I gave you a 2-man underdog plus a 6-man bet on PrizePicks. Screw it. Let's do one more 6-man on underdog here. You guys see the slip here. You guys can lock this in if you want. Jonathan Kuminga under his 21.5 points and assists. And guys, like I've been saying in these videos, man, honestly, I don't put too much thought into, you know, if I agree with the pick or not. I just lock the pick in, guys, because if we look at the graph, if we look at the profitability It's kind of like the S&P 500. Now I'm not saying that an AI slip generator has the same has the same reliability as a major market tracker, but you guys get the idea. If the stats are telling us a certain thing, then I'm going to go with those stats because it's probably smarter than I am. The AI is probably smarter than I am at slips because it's trained on so many models. So if that makes sense to you guys will get it. Now I will say it is definitely more volatile than the S&P 500 for sure. I mean, you're not always going to have, you know, days where you're just cashing out every day. Like I showed you guys, I'm missing some of these by one. So you're just gonna have days like that, guys. But at the same time, if we look at the graph, it's over time. So if you guys just consistently make these bets, you guys will profit 21% per wager over this time frame. And guys, per month, this thing's $300, guys. If $300 to pay for this AI slip generator. Your boy JOEFROZE, $10 in the Telegram chat. You get the AI slips and you get all my premium picks. So what are you waiting on? Anyways, let's finish out the slip before we promote. But so far I have 3 of the picks locked in right now. Iwobi, we're looking at undershots on target, so it's just a bigger version of the other slip that we had here. Jeremy Sotkan, over his 21.5 PRAs. Pretty decent one here. It looks like they're gonna take his prop down there. Oh well. Geno Smith over his passing and rushing touchdown, or passing and rushing yards, excuse me here. And Zon T1X over 5.5 map 1 headshots. So guys, as you can see, I got 5 picks here. Let's see if we can find one more. Just add it to the slip here. Honestly, screw it. Let's just add Quay Walker to this one as well. So we'll add Quay with his under 3.5 assists. And we got a little 6-man here. So let's lock this one in 5. And we're good to go. So I gave you guys a 6-man, gave you guys a 2-man, and I gave you guys a 3-man. And oh, looks like some of the picks were already taken down because the value is just there. Underdog be bumping shit all the time. So if you guys can lock any of these picks in, any of these are great bets. All of these are positive EV picks. And that's not just me telling you guys, it's the model. It's the AI model. It's also the optimizer telling me this, guys. So you guys can believe me. Anyways, those are the 2 picks. Those are the 2 sites that I wanted to give you guys player prop picks on. I do have straight bets that I want to show you guys too as well in my Telegram chat. This is just a little sneak peek. So we got Detroit Lions minus 188 money line to beat the Green Bay Packers tonight. I feel like this is a good matchup for them. Obviously, last time they played, I believe the Lions did win as well. So this is a very big battle for the division. Honestly, these are the top 2 teams in the division, NFC North. So I think the Lions, this is just their year, guys. This is really their year. Last year they made it to the NFC Championship, lost, and now they're really trying to get that 1 seed. And this is really going to help their chances to get the 1 seed. That's why the money line number is so high at minus 188. I can definitely see a world where the Packers do pull this one out. I think honestly they do cover. I think the line's at -3 for the Lions, if I'm not mistaken. But I do see a world where the Packers do cover in this game. But overall, I think the Lions will win this game. That's why I'm including them in a lot of slips here. And then Boise State going against UNLV. I love UNLV. I love Ricky White. I love Hajiq Williams. I love Jacob DeJesus. But guys, we're talking about Boise State here. We're talking about Ashton Jeanty, I think his name is Camper, the quarterback. They just have a really good. Oh no, sorry. Maddox Madsen is the quarterback. Camper's the wide receiver. But honestly, who cares? Everybody cares about Ashton Jeanty, and he really is just carrying this team on his back. That's why the money line is so high for Boise State. So honestly, guys, I'm just taking straight out money line for Boise State here. I think it's a very good chance they honestly blow out UNLV. Ricky White has looked a little more human in these past couple games. Also, Boise State has a respectable defense as well. So I love this little 2-slip parlay here for Boise State and the Lions. Pop $10, pop $15, whatever you guys want to pop on it. I love this pick, 2-man or two team entry here. I have another one here for you boys, and I got one more for you boys. We got the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Gotta love the Oilers. Made it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Don't really watch a lot of NHL, but the Oilers, one of the best teams in the league. And this is a good spot for them against, not a great team here, guys. And the Oilers, I think it's a really good spot for them. So I'm pairing up in a couple slips, actually, Edmonton and Oregon taking on Penn State. I mean, Oregon's the #1 team in the country, and their defense is so fucking good, man. And that offense, it's just going to be too much for Penn State to really match up with them here. So I'm taking Oregon. I'm taking Oregon money line. I'm pairing it up with Edmonton. 2 really solid picks here in a little parlay. So I got 4 picks for you, 2 parlays here on rebet that I'm locking this in on. I just gave you a whole shit ton of slips. If you guys like that, I got some more picks in the description. Telegram, $10 a month for JOEFROZE betting chat. All we got to do, just go to the first link in the description. It's going to be my Telegram chat. Guys, $300 AI slip generator for $10. All my premium picks, $10 a month. What more can I tell you guys? What more can I tell you guys? But that's pretty much all I got for y'all, boys. If you guys want to get more picks, tap in with the picks. If you don't, keep watching the videos, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you guys for watching the video, sticking it this long through the video. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a notification bell for all my posts coming up in the future. And we'll see you in the next video when we recap. Peace out, boys. Hope the bet's hit.